What is up, guys? I'm J-dubb, and today we had an awesome company reach out to us and send us this product free of charge. I want to be 100% upfront with y'all on that. They did not pay me for a review, but they did send this to me for free. It's Easylonger. This has been, so far I've had it for about a month, and this thing has been awesome. We got it on a few camping trips. We'll roll some footage in here throughout this video showing you some different things that we took it out and did. But right now, we are loving this thing. It's about a 300 watt battery backup. It's kind of similar to my Jackery, which if you know that, I've got a Jackery. I've got a few of them. I love those products. But these right here, I believe this is my new replacement for the Jackery. And I'm going to show you why. Let's go over a couple things. It says it has 3,000 charge cycles, USB-C, 60 watt PD output. Not sure what that is. It does have a cigarette lighter, DC output, or DC input and output. Wireless charging and solar charging capable. 12 volt, high capacity, micro or USB-C, CPAP backup, solar charging, and wireless once again. I'm not going to read all this to you. If you want to, there you go. You can read the back. Now, here's our unboxing. Unboxing videos are stupid. I hate them. Let's get that out of here. Let's get the product up. As you can see, it does have a little damage on it now. I have been really rough on this thing. It's right around the back of my truck. So now you can see we are fully charged. It says that we're putting some output out on it. We're not actually doing it yet. We are 96,000 milliamp hours, which I believe kind of equals out to about 300 watt hours. Some standard stuff on the back, and a really cool feature is right here. That's a flashlight. We're going to look at that here in a minute, but our lights have gone out. So another really cool thing this has is you have the ability to change the output. Now, I have to remember how to do it. There we go. So you take this button, push it and hold it in. So now we're putting out 20 volts. Push and hold. 12 volt. 16.5 volt. 20 volt. And 24 volt. Now, I'm assuming that has something to do with your CPAP machines. I don't actually have a CPAP machine, so I'm not really sure what that equals out to or what that does. Let's put it back on 12 volts so I don't burn up anything that we're going to plug into it. Another really cool feature this thing has that no other power system that I've tested has. And I've had a few systems sent out to me, some better than others, and I'm only going to show you guys the ones that I actually like and the ones that I actually believe in. And right now that's this one. Like I said, I've had it for about a month. It's been on a few camping trips with us. It's been on a few road trips. My kids have used it. My wife has used it. I believe this one is actually going to live in the back of my wife's car. So if you take your phone and you set it right here, it shouldn't do anything just yet, because if you notice, we don't have our wireless charging up here. So I think, there we go. So now you can see we have our wireless charging, that little part there, and now we're charging. And this little wireless charging system works really good. So I'm not sure if this wireless charger will work with the Apple Watches or any other Samsung or anything like that. I'm assuming it will. I don't have anything that I can really use to test it. Like I said, all I have is an Apple. And let's put it on here again. Charging again. Works awesome. This thing is probably going to either live beside my bed or live in one of our vehicles just to keep stuff charged up. Another thing that we have here, so just kind of open it up. So as you can see, we have DC, USB-C, in/out. This is a feature I really like about this. So if you want to charge it, you can use the charger that it came with, the little plug, real simple. Plugs in here, plugs into the wall. I think it took it about 4 hours to charge it the first time. It worked great. Let's say you lose that charger. USB-C. Plug any USB-C charger in, and then the little bricks that you get with your cell phones. Just a small brick, even the small ones, like the little small Apple ones, charge it. I don't know how long it charges it from empty. I haven't done that yet. But I do know it will charge it. I'm assuming it's probably going to take a little bit longer. So let's go to the next section. You have USB 2 out, USB 1 out, and DC out. So these are full-size USBs, And this DC outlet is kind of interesting. So in the box, you're going to have several chargers. I think this will work with our solar panel. Oh, I got to try it. So here is our Jackery solar panel. This is the end that comes to the Jackery. Will it work? Will this? Oh no, it won't. That one connects together, kind of. Let's see. Can I hook? Those ends connect. Is this the end? Because this end will hook to here. So those hook together. Oh, I don't know if this will work. This would be interesting if it will. No, it won't. Okay, so I need this end to plug into the machine. So that end plugs in here. So I have to find something that would plug into that, which I don't have. I have nothing that'll plug into that. So that was a bust. That doesn't work. Back to what we were talking about originally. So we have an Easylonger cable here, and I'm assuming that is for a CPAP. I'm not really sure. I have the instruction manual, but you know what we do with those? We get rid of them. Who reads instructions? Here is another Easylonger. Yep. Some kind of CPAP machine. And another Easylonger one, which is, I'm assuming, another type of CPAP plug. Like I said, I do not have a CPAP machine, so I can't test that. There's other videos that you'll see that do work. Now, what I'm mostly interested in are this USB-C, these USB ports, and then you have, two power ports that are really, really well sealed. Now, these power ports alone, I don't really have anything that uses power ports anymore, but you can go anywhere, any truck stop anywhere that has these type of little USB adapters, and you can plug, let's see, you'd be able to have 4, or so 2 and 2, so there's 4, 5, 6, 7. You could have up to 7 things charging off this at one time. We're going to test that. Like I said, this is a little bit less than 300 watts of output. So you've got the unit here. If you zoom all the way in to right here, you'll see this. If you just take it and hold it, you'll notice that we now have an amber light shining, which is useful for certain things and certain aspects. Now, if you take it and hold it again, it'll cut off. Now, if you do a quick hold or a double tap, now you get the white light. And this light is actually incredible. This thing works awesome. I'd highly recommend that. When we go out and do the camping side of it, you'll see this light has come in handy. So now that we have our light on, let's say you want to cut it off. 1, 2. Light cuts off, cut it back on. 1, 2. The buttons feel really good. There's really only these 2 buttons. So this light, or this button up here, will change your voltage. This button down here will cut your battery pack on, and it'll cut your light on and off. The overall build quality, awesome. I would not be afraid to drop it. As you can see, that's hitting pretty hard. There's nothing wrong with it. Nice rubber grips here. Now, if you're going backpacking, is this something you're going to want to carry? Probably not. Let's look at the weight of it. So we have our scale right here. We're going to go ahead and zero it out. We're going to hang it, zero it, and see what the weight comes in at. So we are at 6.72 ounces, about 6 3/4 pounds. Are you going to want to carry that all the time? Probably not. So now that we got the weight in there and everything, let's look at our measurements. We're going to come to the widest point, 8 3/4. Once again, about 8 3/4. The widest point to widest point is right at 6 inches. Narrow to narrow is about 5 3/4. So far, really liking this thing. Let's go out. We're going to test it in the woods, test it in the wild, let you guys see what you think about it, and we are going to put as much load on here as we can. One thing I don't like about it, and this is really the only nitpick me and my wife have about it, is there's no 110 outlets. But because of that, it is smaller. Like I said, we were very impressed with this thing. That small footprint is really nice, especially when you're camping. It's not heavy. It's not so heavy that you couldn't throw it in a backpack. I did go deer hunting this year, and I took my daughter, and we actually took this with us. Sit outside in the cold. I believe it was 25. We were sitting out there for a couple hours. no issues. It didn't seem like it was going to have any problems with it being cold. It is lithium, so I would assume that it doesn't like the cold that much. That wireless charging though is really nice because when we were camping or when we were hunting, I just set my phone on there. My daughter could sit there and watch TV, play on my phone, whatever she wanted, keep herself occupied while we were hunting. Just so you know, we didn't get anything. Probably because she was playing on my phone, but that's not what it's about. It's about getting out there and having fun. So let's get you and me go out there, have some fun. We'll go camping and we'll see what this thing can do. I'll see y'all guys when we get out there.